Hello and welcome back to wonderfully sunny Bransford Webs. This week's Looking Good video, we are filming down here on a field that we call Foxfield. It's one of our newer areas of the nursery. This was developed in 2021 and it's where we grow our hellebore crop. So down here you've got a big range of hellebores from the Viv series, the Frostkiss series, the Harvington hybrids and a load of other varieties in between that give supply right the way through from September until into late February. So these have all been potted a month ago now and are growing away nicely. We're currently taking the poly skins off and replacing them with shade skin. If Sarah pans round, you can see AJ, who's the team leader for this section of the nursery, is actually just doing that at the moment, keeping the sides quite high to give good ventilation, but keeping the intense sunlight off them so they grow away nicely. One thing hellebores do like is to keep their roots cool, so we don't want to keep them pot thick at this time. We don't want them to get too hot and slow down their growth. Hopefully it's been a good week for you guys in the garden centres. We've been at Malvern Show quite a lot last week, so please check out our social media films for that. We've been there both sponsoring the school gardens, which is a real privilege, and it's just wonderful to see how the kids aged anywhere from 3 up to 13 are building some fantastic 4 metre by 4 metre gardens, putting loads of imagination and creativity into it. And after all, they're our next generation of gardeners, so it really is nice to support those kids in what they're doing at the show. And also with the Silver Gilt winning award garden for the Lascott, designed by David Lewis, which was in support of Perennial, which is a charity close to our hearts here at Bransford Webs. So it's been a really nice few days at Malvern, looking at those gardens and showing the good work of the kids and of Perennial. Anyway, that was last week. On to next week, and we're running up to another bank holiday now, so we've got a bank holiday bonanza of colour to show you. So I'll get straight on to the video, and the range is looking good now. So we touched on the roses last week. We actually didn't put them on in the end. We held them off for a week so they could just develop a bit more bud, so they were primed for the bank holiday. So as you can see, the mini climbing roses, so we've got 5 varieties of climbers and 2 of ramblers. They're getting towards the top of the cane and they're really swelling up with bud now, so I think by the time it arrives in the garden centre in just over a week's time, they'll be showing colour, and for the bank holiday it will absolutely fly out. I think I mentioned last week, it's one of those crops, don't stick it in your rose section, don't range it, treat it as a promotion, as a bench end promotion. Merchandise it really strongly, get it at the front, and trust me, they absolutely fly off the benches. So check out the full availability of range with the mini climbers and mini rambling roses that were propagated here at Bransford Webs. Then we have put online our Strawberry Summer Breeze series. So I've just got the pink and the red here, pink and rose shall say. We've also got a white as well. So I love this series. We introduced this back in 2021. I'll put the red down for a second, just show you on the pink here. But you've got a beautiful attractive flower that almost GMS I think in its flower, and there's loads more bud coming through. You can see it all coming up through the base. And then it produces an edible plant. So actually, for those people with a small garden, a balcony garden or a little terrace garden, these work really well because you've got the edible crop and you've got something ornamental as well. And they'll keep cropping and cropping and going through. So I always put one of these potting up on my patio and people love it. It's really interesting. Never get to eat the strawberries because the dogs always pick them off just as they're turning ripe. But yeah, really good variety, good series, the Strawberry Summer Breeze range. That's the 2 litre. Also a 2 litre, I'll try and grab all 3 at once. Armaria Dream Areas or Dreamlands, looking really nice. So 3 colours we've got in there. We have got Daydream, we have got Dreamland, and we have got Dream Clouds. So a pink, a red and a white. All looking really nice, loads of bud. And I'll be honest with you, again, I've got one of these on my patio, a bit like strawberry, but it's been in the pot there since last year and it's flowering again now. It just keeps giving and giving and giving. Sort of stops for the winter a little bit, and then as soon as spring comes round, the buds come up. So real value for money, great in the border, great in a container on the patio too. I'll just drift away from flower colour for a moment, it's foliage colour. But with Chelsea just around the corner, probably quite a wise thing to look at because ferns are always popular at Chelsea. They certainly were popular at Malvern this week. So we've got a hardy fern, our evergreen fern collection online now. We've got 5 varieties in there, so check out the full range. But we've got Chelenanthus tomentosa there, and also Polysticum. I'm not going to pronounce its second part because I'm rubbish with the ferns names. But really nice, different textures, things like Jurassic Gold in there as well. So you've got a great colour range of textures and greens that work really well. And form nice foil to some of that flower colour that's out there at the moment, which we'll go back onto now, and we'll go into, especially on a day like Salvia's, great sunny weather plant. So we have got May Night, which you can see the flower spikes are just opening, a bit more open in its habit, large flower spikes, and then we've got East Friesland, which is really dense, it's compact, but absolute bang for your buck, just starting to break into colour. So again, that'll be showing really good colour by next week. Something that again makes me think of the summer is our Louisia range. So it's a mixed range, about 5 or 6 colours in here, little 1 litre ones, as you can see, absolutely loaded in bud. Really nice, again, in a pot on the patio. Just think of holidays and summertime with things like that. Again, bright and cheery. We've got Biddens Ephraim's Gold. So you saw a couple of weeks ago we had the Takatuka series online, which was really compact, really ground hugging. Ephraim's is a little bit taller, but just exactly the same, self-cleaning. So as the old flowers go over, the new ones come and form just above it. Look really good and got this buttercup gold flower on them. Really shine out on a sunny day like this. The last couple of things then now. So we've got Naughty and Mars Midget online now. This was an introduction by Webbs many years ago, I believe. Lovely red flower. More compact than most Naughties. So most Naughties I think are sort of mid-border, back of the border. Really nice, like Melton pastels that we do. But Mars Midget is a red variety, so he's sort of very pink. And stays nice and compact, growing to sort of about 2 foot in height. So, but again, loads of flowers. So you can see the buds are just forming, and then more and more of those will come. So we are on to the last couple of things, and they are biggies, and certainly the Chelsea around the corner. This is a Chelsea plant, if nothing else, but we have got the Anemone Swan series. So we've got Wild Swan, we've got Dainty Swan, and we've got Elfin Swan as well. All looking really nice. Dainty Swan's got, which I've got here, is flowers just opening. The first flowers open, they've got a nice pink back to it. Wild Swan, which was a Chelsea winner probably 10 years ago now, has got a nice blue back to it, and they all perform different heights, work really well in the garden, really safe plants in the garden as well, and really light up a sort of shady border, that area. Really nice. Check those out because they're online now and looking really nice. And last but not least, people have been asking for this for about 3 or 4 weeks now. Our Salvia Hotlips is online, our first batch. So again, propagated here on site at Bransford Webs. Really nice chunk. I mean, look at the structure that's been created in there by our team in the liner unit and prop unit. Loads of trims, so you get loads of breaks on there. Really bushy plant, budding up all over, and the first flowers are just opening. So that's a bumper load of colour for the bank holiday ahead. Hope you're all having a good time of it. Get on the phone, speak to our sales team, because stock is moving quickly at the moment, and long may that continue. But we'll see you again for another video next week. Goodbye from Bransford Webs.